Thank you for tuning in to the Guardians of Discourse. Today, we will be discussing whatever the fuck we want.
Giggity Google butt.
Hey, hootin' tarnish!
Don't look at my brown star that way. Smells like Skittlefish. I got Lyme disease from a tick biting my balls. Oh, baby girl.
Mama feels good.
You fucking bunny. Are we recording?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were just doing it.
And we just lost all of that. You fucking asshole. That was good content. Oh, fuck. Oh my god.
I did just drink like a gallon of juiced cucumber, so that wouldn't be far from
I love
the
cucumbers.
future.
Cucumbers are the shit, dude.
You know,
I used to drink. I was drinking cucumber water for a while. That shit's delicious.
Cucumber.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is episode 3.
Oh, Godcast time, everybody. This is Vincent Ben. Thank you for joining in.
To suck our cocks.
In the moonlight. Damn. Can you, like, arcing streams of jizz through, like, fluorescent moonbeams?
I would really like to fuck under the lights of Aurora Borealis.
Wow. You would have to go to Iceland. No.
No, I could go to Alaska.
You could actually... You're supposed to see it sometime soon, like, as far south as Idaho, right?
Really?
Something's going on.
I didn't know that.
That could be.
I thought you just had to be super far, like on the northern pole.
You're supposed to be, or southern pole, but I think I could be full of shit.
I think you could be too.
Or I heard something, though.
That would be so fucking cool, though. You're just sitting there, just laying into her,
I could.
and you got the
Can you imagine if we
lights
saw it
above
here?
you. Huh?
Can you imagine if we saw it here?
That'd be amazing.
I think that would be frightening because it would
I feel like there
something,
would be a lot more babies.
a lot more rutting going on. It's like, baby, you have to fuck me right now. The Aurora Borealis is so beautiful tonight.
Yeah. And just sitting outside instead of staring at the stars, you're just staring at a fucking rainbow in the night sky.
It's like she's giving you head, and it looks like just a...
You can see it at night, right? Yeah.
Pretty sure that's when you can
that's
only
when
see
you
it.
see it, because I'm retarded.
Something about igniting gases from solar rays. By the way, I'm a part-time scientist.
You really couldn't see it during the daytime,
Maybe if you're Superman.
Mr. Scientist?
Scientifico. I don't think so.
I don't think so. You're not going to see it out there.
Not out there this way.
Not out there this way.
You have to go up to where it's dark and the snow falls on your toes.
Not going to see it until it's dark outside.
We ain't gonna see it till it's dark, Michael.
Michael, it's only when it's dark that you're going to see the lights in the sky.
Somebody has to watch out for grizzly bears, and somebody has to watch out for the Aurora Borealis.
Can you imagine having to see grizzly bears where you live? Like outside of your house?
Like under your deck.
Yeah. Under your deck. That'd be a big-ass deck.
God.
On your deck.
What would you name a grizzly bear? I know you wouldn't keep one as a pet, but if someone was... Or not someone, but if a bear was to, like, frequent your house...
Cody.
Cody?
Yeah. Like a
Kodiak.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like that.
Cody.
Cody.
Oh, it's widow Cody.
Eating my child.
He's just so cute.
I didn't want it anyway.
Look at his teeth. He's gonna eat my face.
What if parents who really did not want their children, like that was their get out of
They
free...
just fed him to the bears.
They just took it like, we're going to go on a camping trip.
Like Spartans, where they just toss them off a cliff, except you just feed it to the bears.
They're like on one of those bicycles where the kid has their little cart on the back, and then they just detach it, and then like a grizzly bear den.
You're just riding by and you pull the pin.
Bye, fucker!
Fucking hated you.
You're a mistake. Your dad was a meth head.
You were retarded.
I can't deal with a Down syndrome kid at this time.
Nope. I don't think I can do it, man.
Bye, Billy.
We've had this conversation before. Like, I know I'm a fucked up human for it, but it's a lot of work for your entire life, man.
I figured...
You know, I told my mom about that, and she got fucking pissed at me.
Oh, that you have a...
That if I were to have a retarded child, that I might consider adoption.
You can't...
She was like, you can't abandon your child like that. And I'm like, I get it. But that's like, my whole life is now. Like, I know when you have a kid, your whole life is devoted to your child, of course.
Yeah.
But
there's a moment where they have self-reliance.
Yeah.
Because they're fully functioning human beings.
And if they don't, I can fucking kick them out and not feel bad.
You're 18.
You're 18. Get the fuck out.
Figure this shit out.
I would never do that to my kid. But
can't do that with a kid who's like, "Brr."
It's true.
Where do I go? That's fucked up.
I know what I'm doing.
I'm gonna open a restaurant.
It's gonna be called Sally's.
Even though my name's Tim.
Sally's Cafe.
Sally was the only one nice to me.
Sally was the only one that was nice.
Man, we're gonna get some sort of legal action against us.
Probably.
Maybe from your mom.
I don't hate retards. I'm just afraid of them.
That's what I was gonna bring up. It's legitimate because you don't.
They scare me, man, because like you never know. Like when you look into their eyes, like you don't.
Which one? They're kind of far apart.
Sometimes they're normal, but either way, you look into their eyes and you don't see anything behind them. Is kind of my problem. Like you look into them and you're just kind of like, oh my god, there's nothing going on right now.
It's a doorway to darkness.
Like I know they're not vegetables, like they're not brain dead, but they're definitely not thinking about what's going on right now.
Like they'll just smash you in the head with a gigantic column, and then they're like, "I was just playing with you."
You know what movie did it for me? Did you ever see the movie The Village?
Yeah, M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, fucking
There was a retarded kid.
asshat. No, it wasn't a kid, but it was a retarded guy, and Adrian Brody was the retard.
Oh, it's
and
been a
he
while
was in
since
love
I've
with the
seen it.
blind girl, and Joaquin Phoenix was the love interest of the blind girl. And so there's the part where he's standing there, and I fucking hate M. Night Shyamalan, by the way. Not because of this movie, but because he's a terrible goddamn writer and director. Anyway, Joaquin Phoenix is standing in front of him, and Adrian Brody is like looking at him, and he's got his eyes like wide open, dude. And he just looks at him, and he smiles, and then he stabs him. And I was just sitting there like, oh my god. Like, I know that doesn't happen very often, but it's not far off.
So just,
Like, if they got it in their head that, like, oh, this guy's fucking...
well, to be honest, that means Adrian Brody was the reason you are afraid of retarded people.
Adrian Brody's a scary-looking guy.
He has a big hook nose.
He does.
Maybe I should.
Did you ever see him in Splice? Did you ever see that movie, Splice?
I've heard of it, never
The
seen it.
movie's fucking weird. And I hate the movie. The movie's not good at all.
By the way, I'm with you with M. Night Shyamalan because Sixth Sense was great. Everything from that was been really fucking
A lot of
weird.
people say they like Lady in the Water. I didn't like Lady in the
Didn't
Water.
see that one. But did you see the latest one?
No.
With the grandparents?
No, I wrote it off.
That was good.
I don't care.
It was actually, I was like, finally, he did something that was decent.
Nope. Don't give a shit.
What's the name of that movie? Let's check it out. I just want to shout out, just if anyone has any sort of redeeming feelings about M. Night Shyamalan.
Don't watch it.
The fuck was it called?
Don't watch it.
The grandfather had to like throw his diapers out in the shed.
Look, it's not. The Visit.
There we go.
The Visit.
Just watch it.
No.
Do it.
Nope.
Can't hit on that hard.
My friend and I. My friend has not upheld his end of the bargain on this because he's watched all the fucking movies afterwards. But it was before Devil, which is the elevator one.
Elevator.
I basically swore it off and I said I would never fucking watch it again. And Anthony's like, he's like, oh, I saw it for free. I saw it for free, so it doesn't count. I'm like, bullshit.
I was driving past
and then he saw The Visit. And I'm like, man, no, I won't watch it. I will not contribute to that man's career. He doesn't deserve it.
Don't fucking hold him to that fucking...
Oh, I'm holding him to that. No.
Because if you were to pull... If it was your last go at saying, okay, I'm going to give M. Night Shyamalan one
No, we had the last go. The last go was...
okay.
Yeah, no, it's already been gone.
All right, well... That's okay. That's the thing. I understand that because
you know where the last go was? The Last Airbender.
Not interested. Didn't even see it.
Did you? You didn't watch Avatar though?
No.
Okay.
Oh wait, the movie Avatar?
No. Avatar: The Last Airbender. It was
like
a cartoon. It was like an anime cartoon.
Saw James Cameron's Avatar.
It wasn't really anime necessarily, but
I'm not a big anime guy.
Animes are really there's if you actually want to watch like somewhat of a cool anime because I watch some, like Attack on Titan is a really good one. I only watched the first episode, and I really regret not having watched the rest of it. Because, I mean, I still can, but now it's a point to where, because I watched it with Anthony, and afterwards we were sitting there in awe, because the opening segment, it's basically these giant titans that come and, like, attack the city.
Robotic or, like, biological?
Biological, and they're naked, and they're just muscle. Like, it's not like skin. They're just muscle.
Oh, wow.
and they come in and they attack the city, and they basically are like killing people, and they have this defense force, like these people that are basically trained to attack them, and they've got these like grappling hooks that they shoot out to like fly everywhere and slice them and shit.
Are they are they humanoid?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the people are humans.
Oh.
And there's this one part where this little boy is trying to be part of the force. And so he's like trying to train and do that shit. And they're being attacked by the Titans. And he's like running away, and his mother like stumbles and falls. And then one of the Titans just grabs her and like rips her in half. And then like it rains blood. And I was just like, oh my God. Like, that shit's insane.
Did you ever watch True Blood?
No. I didn't watch any of those vampire shows.
Because
I stick my vampire. In fact, I've never even watched Twilight.
that's good.
I'm aware. I've heard many things about how I should watch it.
I don't think so.
But the only vampire extent to which I go is Queen of the Damned and
You ever seen like Bram
Interview with the
Stoker's?
Vampire. What?
You ever seen Bram Stoker's Dracula?
Yes.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
I mean, I love like vampire stuff like that.
Yes.
True Blood was a leap of faith, just from what some people have explained to me. I watched it and I was like, I don't really think this is gonna work, until there was one episode where this guy was fucking this lady on the side of the bed, and he literally twisted her head 360, and she was a vampire too, so she didn't die, but her neck just broke in two, and so she was like looking back at him while her head was, and he just starts fucking her really hard. She's like, ah.
It's amazing to me how many women watch that show because of how it was like very sexual and things like that. But when you talk to a girl about like Game of Thrones, they're just like, oh, it's just sex. And I'm like, that's what half the shit you watch it. Like, think of how many girls watch goddamn 50 Shades of Grey.
It's not even really brutal sex either. Like,
can you imagine if you had a sex room like 50 Shades of Grey? Now, I didn't watch that movie, but a friend of mine was telling me about the Red Room, and it's basically this room that's red, and he's got like racks of sex toys.
yeah.
Like, can you imagine having a basement like that? That'd be dope.
I don't think I would like it very much.
I
wouldn't mind having a room dedicated to having sex, but like kind of like a sexual torture room. It's not really my thing.
not torture.
Well, it's kind of what BDSM is, right? It's
That's
like,
if you're doing BDSM. I'm not into BDSM.
just a sex room, like a bunch of
Just
like
toys.
toys, like
It'd be like a fun
KY.
room. Have like rainbows everywhere and shit.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice. But then
Unicorns.
cotton clouds that get stained after
Yeah.
a while.
Stained with what? Poop?
Fucking poop and blood.
Blood. Blood clouds.
Blood clotting.
You just
clouds.
have like dildos everywhere and shit.
I would.
Yeah.
Bad dragons.
I am open to using dildos in sex.
On yourself?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Just
I
on
mean, I'm
her.
not gonna judge you.
On her. No, I swear to God, I don't want dildos in my butt. But I'm not. I am very open to like using sex toys on her.
Wouldn't it be great if there was
Like, it doesn't always have to be my dick.
No.
It doesn't. It really does. I mean, you figure when you do oral, like, I'm eating her out and I'm getting her off that way, and that gets me off because I like when she's feeling good.
Wouldn't war be amazing if NATO and the United Nations decided that all like contemporary weaponry would have to go away, and then we could only do hand-to-hand combat with dildos?
That'd be pretty funny.
I wonder who would win.
I'd want to see.
We would still win.
I'd want to see. Yeah, we would.
But I want, like, could you like rain dildos like from the sky, from like bombers? Because you got to.
Is it like airsoft where you have to say hit?
Well, I'm thinking if a dildo hits you at like 120 mile, like terminal velocity from the sky, that might kill you.
You know how hard it would be to redirect a dildo's trajectory?
Would you have to cut off the balls?
Yeah. Just a bunch of vibrators. Those are hard.
It's like a swarm of bees. Holy fuck!
Just pegs you in the nose.
Speaking of noses,
Could you technically use like hookers as
like people?
yeah? Could you not throwing them out of planes, but like technically couldn't you use a hooker as, would that be like chemical warfare?
Or
like you give them AIDS
or operatives?
as operatives? That would be smart. Just chicks that are down to fuck, and then they just fuck all the guys in power.
You know, I had a teacher who said his mom was a World War II whore.
Oof.
But apparently she was some sort of secret agent, I believe, for the Russians. And her specialty was, I think, poisoning drinks or food. And she would get in there by having sex with them. And then like they would eat like an apple or something or a drink, and then they would die. And there was one of the final missions she had was like she had to run away from these like Nazi regiment chasing after her, and she jumped in like to an icy river and was there for like 6 hours just like swimming down and almost fucking just croaked.
Holy
But she sounded
shit.
badass. He also brought his throwing knives into the classroom and nailed them into the chalkboard.
Wow.
Oh, and he said bisexuality is something that's very common and should be encouraged, especially during wartime.
I think a lot of people believe that.
I'm
not into it, but
Put it if we were in Nazi Germany and it was winter and we were fighting, I wouldn't have sex with you probably, but I would definitely want to be next to you and be warm,
yes.
which is totally
That's not
fine.
bisexual, though.
Yeah.
Bisexual is I have a sexual desire for you. Would you jack me off
If you really wanted me
if we
to,
needed it?
like if you're
Like
like,
if it was just like, dude, we got to get this out right now. I got to get the poison out. Like the poison's got to get out
like
right
I'm gonna
now.
shoot myself
Yep.
unless you do this, I probably would.
Not shoot myself. I don't think it would ever get that dire.
Well, if you're like suicidal, I'd be like, I'll help you out.
Do you think that would make
No, I'd-
me not kill myself?
If it was your life or me jerking you off, I would definitely bite the bullet.
Well, yeah.
But I would really try to convince
I'd give you a blowjob if you were going to kill yourself. Jesus. I'd be like, dude, all right, man. Just lay back.
friendship
Lay back, dude. It's okay. Just
on one of those clouds.
yeah.
On a
On
stained
one of the
cloud
clouds, on a stained cloud,
in the middle of Nazi Germany.
rub your nipples for you.
Oh, I
Rub
like
your
that.
nipple. It's nice.
I like nipple play.
Like when a chick sucks on your nipple.
Oh, see you later.
It's not bad.
You just ruined it.
No.
That's the thing. If you wanted anything in return, you just fucked it off.
What?
If it was my nipples,
Oh, if
Yeah.
you wanted this to continue going
Oh.
longer.
you sit down here in the basement with the toys. I'm going upstairs. Simpsons is on. I'm done.
This night is over. You just fucked it.
You just fucked it hot.
Do you think hookers should have a money back guarantee?
Oh man.
Like if you were to get a hooker and you're like, "Hey, I really want you to like rub my butthole."
Mm-hmm.
And then you guys get into it.
Mm-hmm.
And then she doesn't do it.
Oh, whore.
And then
Bad whore.
and then you're done.
Yeah.
Like, do you think at that moment you should be like, "Hey, I'm
Well, I think
I'm either not going to pay you or I'm not going to I want my money back."
I think if you feel like it's wrapping up, you have to like break the silence if that's what there is, and be like, hey, we still have this other agreement.
Yeah.
And if she's like, yeah, I kind of don't really do that.
And you're like, "Well, you never told me that." And then, the fucking pimp comes and he's like, "I'm going to kill you." And you're like, "Ah, shit."
And then you're like, hey, can you just like throw a promo code
See,
on
this is why if there was legal prostitution, there could be regulations for that shit.
I'm not a scientist or a
Take it to
civil
court.
scientist, but I think legal prostitution would be a fantastic idea.
I think there would be a lot less war.
Here, a couple things. Okay, one,
People would be a lot less pissed.
that's one. People can get their sexuality out and do all kinds of crazy shit. People can experiment with their sexuality, so you don't have like I don't know if it was me and you talking. It might have been with Nelson, which is weird. Say you were on the fence about being gay. Like you might have some gay feelings, like I want to suck a dick. I want to see what it feels like. Rather than trying to like find some person to do it, just what's the word? It's the word I'm thinking of. It's the opposite of rape. I like a person to do it consensually.
Mm-hmm.
And what if they end up being a dickhead and they're like, they take a picture and all of a sudden on Instagram, there's you sucking dick. That would, you might kill yourself after that.
It's true.
But imagine if you went to a professional facility, you're able to try it out, and you're like, hey, I find out that it's not really my thing. And you can go on your life knowing you've done that, no bad repercussions.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
No.
Second thing is, what if you have STDs? So what if you have AIDS? What if
Yeah.
you have something that you really do not want to give to somebody else?
Right.
But there's hookers there that are, they're treated, they have health care, everything like that, but they share that same affliction. You can go get a sexual outlet out without being irresponsible.
Right.
And of course, people are making money. If they have unions, they're going to be making great money.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been one of the oldest professions documented throughout history. And there was a study that they were trying to teach chimpanzees or some kind of monkeys the concept of currency, and with grapes, I believe. And
I think I remember that one.
yeah, the first thing they did was give it to the female monkeys for sex. As soon as they got the concept of it, they're like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna give her these, and she's gonna fucking."
That's interesting.
Yeah, so it's something that's pretty natural. I think if it was regulated well, the men and women were taken care of, good health care, maybe some unions just for rights and better pay, it would be something that's
basically
positive.
like the porn industry, just not filmed. Because
The porn stars have unions.
I don't know if they have a union. I don't think they have a union, but they are taken care of for the most part. Like they have to get regular, testing and things like that. I mean, so many people do it. I can't imagine it's that bad. Right?
True. I don't know. It seems like something that would be a really good thing to have. Maybe, and the weirdest part though is like if you're married, have a girlfriend, and you want to go, like, it's technically not illegal to go do that if it's part of like,
that's like adultery and stuff. That's based on like a religious thing, right? It's not illegal to do it.
I think you can get like divorced if you could prove somebody did that. Yeah.
Right, of course.
But I wouldn't necessarily. I think you are right. Just the idea of the dishonesty sexually with like a partner comes from like religious.
It's just a belief. It's
religious,
something. Obviously, it's something we both believe is not right.
Yeah.
But it's definitely. I don't think there's legal action can be taken against it.
No,
I think for like custody of a child or something, yes. But
you're still gonna have people that you're involved with that's not gonna like that.
Of course.
That's where it like. Imagine this, like, say, maybe your wife's like, I'm going to go do this. There's something else. It's going to cost me, $150, whatever it would cost.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go do this. And what if your wife's okay with it? But would you be okay with her going and getting a fucking fat hog for $150?
No, of course not.
And therein lies, I think, probably the biggest problem with it.
People do that anyway, though.
Do they?
Of course.
But it'd be really open.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Probably people do it anyway, but they don't know about their spouses doing it. So
Right.
It's a sight unseen deal. But if you know, like your wife's like, I'm going to go get a fat black dick tonight.
You're saying if you guys had an open relationship like that?
Yeah, it's like, hey, so, where are you going to be? So I know, I'm going to be at the cock brothel. It's a union outfit. It's supposed to be really good.
They're very taken care of.
Yeah.
And they take care of you because of that.
And I got an appointment with Jamarcus tonight.
Oh, man. Or Steve.
Steve Brody.
Get fucked by Steve tonight.
Oh.
Man.
It's like a gigantic Jamaican guy. It is Steve.
I would feel so inadequate.
Steve will treat
like,
you
man.
the way a woman needs to be treated. That's not a fucking...
I mean, I'm
Jamaican
confident. I'm confident in my skill.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's an art, and I do enjoy it, and I have studied it very hard. But I would still have that I don't think I can compete.
Oh, it's just somebody has a table leg for a dick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't keep up with that, man.
Mm-mm.
I can't do it.
That's a weird double standard. I try to get through that, but it just
At the
doesn't
same
work.
time, no matter how many girls you talk to, they're like, "Oh, it's not always about that." And I'm like, "Yeah, I get it, but what if he does both? Like, what if he's super dope and he's got a fat cock? Like, is that? I can't compete with that shit."
Any woman, I shouldn't say any, most women I have who's gracious enough to get in this conversation
Or
with
gracious enough to tell me that my dick is big.
Well, I was gonna say
You're lying.
just discussing penis size.
Thank
Most
you.
of them say like I wouldn't want something huge.
Right, I have heard that.
Or it really doesn't matter.
But then I'm like, are you just saying that to me?
Women can be nice. You know what I mean?
I know they can be. Well, because it would destroy you if they told you otherwise.
Yeah. Like anything under 7.5 inches is unacceptable. It's almost like you have no dick. Man, I would have been like, oh my god,
I'd be destroyed.
oh my god.
My dick would never be able to get hard again.
Oh no, you just be sitting like in a bathtub. You're laying in a bathtub, no soap. Your dick looks like a package of chicken.
When it comes to that, our pride is about as weak as our balls.
Yeah,
Truly. Because you can, when you hit a ball, you just do a little squirrel tap, and you're dead. You're on the ground. You're floored. It's the same way with your dick size. Like, if a guy was told, like, your dick's kind of small, I'd be like, Oh my god, I'd lose it.
And that's
I don't
where
think-
serial killers are made.
Yeah.
You could blame these women for that. Jesus.
The guy's just blaming his father. My father had a tiny dick.
Maybe that's where the warrior culture came from. A bunch of women say, we don't fuck these guys, their dicks are too small. And they're like, well, now I'm going to kill all these guys with big dicks.
Hence North Korea.
Exactly.
You're gonna tell me Kim Jong-un has a big dick?
Probably doesn't.
Definitely doesn't.
I didn't realize. I was just listening to a podcast.
That guy had a girl tell him that he had a tiny dick.
And that girl is no longer part of this earth. Her head
Can
is
you imagine?
somewhere buried under a fucking acorn patch on the side of the river.
Dude, can you imagine being the person that had the cojones to tell Kim Jong-un that his dick is tiny?
The woman of iron puss.
In his face, in his own home. In
Maybe he
his
likes
bedroom.
it. Because he's so, like, the ultimate...
You think he likes abuse? He draws the line somewhere, though. Like, what if he's not feeling it that day for some reason? Like, he doesn't want to be abused, but he doesn't tell her. So he just brings her in, and she's like, oh, your dick tiny. And then he's just like, not today.
It's not like big American cock. Your dick is so dark.
The ones in South Korea, they have better.
They supposedly do. I was listening to a podcast. I didn't know on average North Koreans are 2 to 3 inches shorter than South Koreans.
I remember you saying that.
Yeah. I didn't know that I don't know if it's because of inadequate food to get, growth and everything like that, but apparently they're a race of supremacist midgets.
It's probably because Kim Jong-un is killing all the tall people and chucking all the babies that they have off a cliff. Or burning
Would you
them.
make a special weapon that actually, like, the chamber holds a baby?
Like, you launch them into space like Superman?
And then they freeze. They become like a...
Just every
Liquid
time,
nitrogen.
every time you play out the sequence when Jor-El is like loading up Kal-El into the thing,
Exactly.
the chamber, and you're just like, I'm sorry. Just go on and carry your life. Protect the world. What Earth can we send? What planet can we send him to? Oh, Earth is the most like ours. They'll need him. Okay, cool. Bam. And then you just...
Except,
All right, next.
Except Kim is just like, so genetic testing says you're going to be on, 3 inches taller than me, and we can't have that.
So yeah, we're gonna stick it. Maybe that's what that.
Banzai!
Maybe that's what that dud missile was.
It's just
It
they
was
were
a-
trying to shoot babies. That's all we're doing. Or
was
that's all
just
they're
loaded
doing.
with
It's just,
children.
they're not worried about. They're not trying to attack anybody else. He just doesn't want anybody that's going to be taller than him
Yep.
or with a bigger dick.
Mm-hmm.
You just find a fucking warhead tipped with just a bunch of
Babies.
dead babies.
Fucking babies in it.
And then-
Do you think that would be the line?
I think that would confuse the shit out of most people.
I know, but do you if that was discovered, and we discovered that he was actually shooting dud missiles full of babies, do you think that countries would finally just be like, all right, dude,
That would be the
let's evacuate South Korea, and we're going to nuke these fuckers? Needs to happen.
Hey, everybody, just kind of run to the water for a few hours.
We'd have to give them solace somewhere else. Their whole world is uprooted and destroyed.
Hey, just go down the beach for a little bit.
Yeah,
We're about to
they
go
come
do
back in, the radiation is just...
They're putting babies into nuclear warheads. Guys, just go to the beach for a few hours. We're going to handle this.
Like, that's such a hard thing to have to make a decision for. Like,
Want me
if
to tell you would be
somebody-
the most badass thing ever? Is if that was to happen, like you just said, we tell them to evacuate somewhere. And we declare war on North Korea, but out of the fucking ocean.
Would it be
you
a
just
war?
see our fucking gigantic, like, Gundam machines. Like, you know what I mean? Technology nobody
You're
knew
talking
had.
like Pacific Rim?
Exactly. Like, Japan's like, they think they have the technology with that, but no, we have these fucking massive robotic titans that are just gonna fucking pick up the entire peninsula and just drop it into the fucking ocean.
It just comes over with like a laser beam and cuts right on the border between South and North Korea, and then just picks up North Korea.
Like a big fucking like lasered arc.
Maybe
just,
that's why we're not doing it yet. Yeah.
God,
We're
I
not
would-
doing it yet because, God, man,
you
that would
could not
be
stop me
great.
from going to war with people if I had that kind of shit.
Yeah. I'd be like, so you're gonna die.
Like Shadow of Colossus, just see these fucking big ass robotic things. Like come out of the Gulf of Mexico and just start cutting the border in half away from us. Who needs a wall when you have a fucking
Titan.
yeah?
That would be insane.
It's one of my reasons
It's
why.
got to be a thing at some point, right? Like, you think of how much stuff we don't know about the military. Like, holy fuck.
It's going to be something stupid, I bet. It won't be something cool like that type of technology. It's just they're going to figure out a way to make
It'll
your
be
brain
like
explode.
it'll be like an Iron Man when the military tried building the same suit and the dude's arms like shot off in different directions.
When we outsource it to China, it's like we build an elite fleet here, and then we're like, yeah, this is too fucking expensive, and we start just telling China, here's some blueprints, just try to make some of this shit out. Oh, it's for a toy.
What if Trump used his own money to develop a suit specifically for him to be like Iron Man?
I would love him even more than I do now. And I don't.
More than you love him.
Oh,
now.
I love him so much just because he is magnificent. I didn't vote for him at all, and I never would. But goddamn, he's such a magnificent person.
I think it's because he's the biggest piece of shit ever. That it's so entertaining to me. Like, he should not be in charge of our country by any means, but goddamn, that motherfucker, he's just funny, dude.
Oh, he's the best.
He's funny.
I love it.
Like, I love assholes. I really do.
Well, I feel like there's this subconscious feeling that
The only reason we love him is because he's cringeworthy. He hurts.
Yeah.
He hurts. It hurts to hear him speak sometimes,
And
and I laugh at the same time.
And it's kind of, like I said, I think there's a subconscious feeling that most people are having that something big is going to happen, or we're going through a really big shift of either culture or just our lives. And he's really like the pinnacle of that right now. But almost everything that he's proposing, I'm not in favor of. But I just like the fact that we elected somebody that doesn't give a fuck. I mean, it really seems like he doesn't.
Right.
And I kind of, to me, that is the epitome of America. It's like, all right, who gives a fuck?
Yep.
I'm not going to do exactly what I want to do.
Yep.
But what I've been listening to on like YouTube and shit and other podcasts, it almost seems like he's doing these outrageous things to kind of start negotiating. I mean, I'm not in favor. Probably the only thing I'm not too in favor is the wall. I'm in favor of good border protection, immigration control. The wall seems kind of like stupid.
Mostly because I want people to pay taxes. Like,
Yeah.
if I got to pay taxes, you got to pay taxes.
I pay a lot of taxes.
Right. I pay a lot of taxes too.
See,
It's
and he's trying to get the taxes down, which is cool.
well, then, yeah, as most Republicans usually do.
The healthcare thing's weird. I have no idea how that shit works, though, so I can't throw my opinion either which way.
What, the Obamacare?
Or just, that, what the replacement thing would be. I don't know.
The fact that when I turned 25, I had that was something
That was cool till 26, actually.
Right, so 26. So Obama, changed it to where you were 26, and then he gets rid of it, and then you have to get your own insurance. But the thing that bothered me was that there was a penalty if you didn't have insurance. So it was when I turned 26 for the first year, I didn't have health insurance because I just didn't sign up for it in time, because you know how you have to do it in October.
Yeah,
like,
there's certain periods of the year.
and you can't switch it during that time.
Unless you have a life event or something like that.
Right, it's like, yeah.
Married or a kid or something like that.
So when he did that, the next year that I had to pay taxes, they asked me if I had health insurance the year before, and I said no. And it was like $200 to $400 that I had to pay as a penalty for not having health insurance, all because I didn't get to sign up in time. Because I forgot. Which I guess is my own fault. But it's kind of like, really? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, how many people really don't have health insurance? Like, I'm sure there's quite a few. Probably not so much now, but like, have you ever had to go to one of those fucking clinics before? Like the free clinics? The ones where like under the Obamacare, the what is it? California, something that we have.
Covered California.
Covered California.
Yeah.
It's really shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never done. I'm always
Very overcrowded.
well. I didn't have healthcare for quite a few years, so luckily I didn't have any big thing. Well, I told you just recently I didn't know I was covered, and I had a bad instance with a sinus infection. I went to ER. That was $9,000.
Right. We talked about that.
Yeah, and so I mean I don't blame people for having to go to those things just for better pricing, but I would.
And I mean, if it has to happen, it has to happen. If that's your situation, then yeah, you should. I mean, that's good. It really helps the people that can't afford it. But for people like me that are kind of on the cusp, like I made too much money to do that. But I mean, I'm not fucking rolling in the dough or nothing.
Well, let's face it.
Health insurance.
We do the same job,
expensive.
and we're definitely probably lower class.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't realize middle class was like 125 grand plus a year.
That's in California, maybe.
Yeah. Well, true.
It's fucking insane.
We could move to fucking.
I don't know if it's 125. I think middle class is 70.
Well, 125. I think probably per.
125. That's
for a household. Like, say you're,
So you and your wife
Yeah, like, or you and your
combined.
gender fluid, non-binary partner. Whoever you're with. If as a group, I think if you're making 125 grand, that's middle class. But me and my wife still do not get there.
Nope.
Yeah.
I don't have a wife, so I don't get. It's just me, homie.
Is it because you're gay?
Yeah.
I know.
28 and gay.
I saw the magazines under your bed.
Sucks, man. I haven't come out yet.
It's okay.
I know.
It takes time.
I know. I don't.
It got really weird.
No, it didn't. Did it?
No.
Okay.
Well, we were fucking around, and all of a sudden it seems like you're going into real contemplation.
I was doing it on purpose.
And I felt that, but it's just you're doing such a good job at it. I was like, oh shit. Am I going to have to
If I
now?
sit here in silence, he's gonna be like, "Did I just trigger him? Have I finally hit his
God.
point?"
I did not mean to go into this.
I just start touching your leg.
And then you just like pull down your pants and you show me your butthole. It's just like blistered and purple.
Ew! Why would it be blistered and purple?
Because you keep pounding it in the
No,
bathtub.
dude, no.
The fucking shampoo container.
At least it would be shaved.
You know what's really weird
Do you
when
trim
somebody
it?
has like
Have I
gymnastic
asked you that
handles in the
before? Do you
bathtub.
trim your butt hairs?
My butt hairs. I've never done that. I've heard about it.
Please do it. Not for me, but for me.
Let me take like a little.
I just want to
Polaroid of it.
know. I need to know that you're clean down
You
there,
should
man. It's great. It's
loan
great,
me,
bro.
loan me your buzzers.
No.
I will shave my
Go
butthole.
buy a cheap.
I will take
trimmer.
one of those Fujitsu or
Don't
whatever.
use the same one
the
you
Polaroid.
use on your face.
That you're gonna do a clothespin collage of my butthole in your room. Maybe like I'll just trim it, and like as the hair gets less and less.
When you wipe with an unhairy butthole, it is the best.
That sounds kind of.
It is great, especially if you use like those the wet wipes.
But doesn't it kind of just smear?
No, it's clean. Just comes right up.
Well, it all depends on your turd.
You don't got to worry about shit.
You have those turds where
literally.
you're like, I'm gonna have a 4 wiper here, and it's just nothing on the paper.
Oh, I know. Those are the best. The ghost poops.
Yeah, what is it? The what podcast was that? Your Mom's House. Christina Pazitsky and Tom Segura.
Tom Segura is funny.
He's awesome. They're both hilarious. They I think they installed a bidet or some sort of like toilet that has a fountain.
I would love to.
Apparently,
have a
that's a
bidet.
game changer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would
like
be so.
rinsing
fantastic.
your butthole, it makes all the difference.
I bet it does.
Because I don't know about you, after a shit, like I'm like, okay, shower tonight.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's like
you have those shits where you're just like, man, I'm gonna need to take a shower.
Like I cannot go to bed with.
Well, that's why I always poop before I take a shower.
I know. You ever have those things where it's like
Or you take a shower and then you have to shit. And
that's
you're like,
not good.
fuck.
I know.
I'll
Sometimes
take a second shower.
just
I don't
hop
care.
right back in.
Why not? Nobody's judging me. You gonna judge me for being clean? Nope.
I would never do that. Maybe like a couple years ago, I judged you for wasting water.
Yeah, possibly.
We're out of California, folks, so we had a drought here the last few years, but everything seemed like it's a little better.
It's good now. We had hella rain.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, not like Seattle rain, but we had rain.
I'd say it's probably pretty
It rained
close.
quite a
It
few
was
days.
big.
I was loving it, dude. I love the rain. Like when you wake up in the morning and it was freshly raining last night, and you're just like, wet asphalt.
Did you see that thing? I saw it on Facebook. The concept of painting roads white.
That would be horrible.
Well, reason being, I didn't see them making
Imagine
actual
how
lines.
bright that would be.
It's actually to reflect sunlight.
Cool. So
To
the
me-
road's not hot?
Exactly.
What do I care?
Because I think it's like a 20-degree difference of temperature.
Around every... Oh,
Yeah.
I don't care. I'll just deal with it.
I
I feel like that would be more money than it's worth.
What if they made it like a different color? Like, what if it was like
How
red?
bright.
Like
That'd
red
be
with
bright,
black lines?
There's a reason why it's black.
It's the color of asphalt.
No. It's black because it's not reflective.
Because we're not judgmental.
How are you supposed to be fucking... You're right. It is because that's what the color of asphalt is. But,
I was hoping you'd get there soon.
yeah, I know. I come back to it. You judging me, bro?
I mean, I'm
You
critiquing.
are. You're judging.
Hooey!
Yeah.
Hooey!
Judgmental as fuck.
You calm your tits.
Did you...
What?
So I was having this conversation with a friend of mine. And it was about how... You know when you're... I don't know if you have ever done this. When you're...
Fingered my butt.
Yeah. When you're making sexual innuendos using another thing as the avenue for it. So for example,
I need that. Yeah, I need an example.
if I were talking to you, let's say I wanted to fuck you.
Okay.
Right? Mm-hmm. So I want to fuck you. Mm-hmm. And I am talking about cleaning my truck. Okay?
Okay.
So I'm saying my truck is a dirty girl. Mm-hmm. She's a dirty girl.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to clean her off real nice.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then I start talking about how I like being inside of her and all of this stuff.
Okay.
And you're just hearing this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you think that you would catch on to me what I'm doing? Would you have the...
You specifically, yes, because you have everything written in your facial expressions.
But what if it was through a text? What if we were texting?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because, I mean...
Do you think most women can pick up on that?
I think women pick up on everything, to be quite honest. And I think it's their choice whether they take it down that road or not. Like, I think they definitely do that, what is it? Just the, not a deniability, but a sense of, oh, I don't know what you're talking about, so I'm not going to get into that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, bitch, you know what I'm talking about. You got 5 kids. You know? Just trying to get my dick wet. You know what I mean? Trying to be sexy. Start me up.
My poor truck, man. I objectify her. She's got to deal with me talking about fucking her and riding inside of her and like nice and deep, and I'm arms deep under the hood.
Do you have like a crew cab? Is there a back seat or is it a
It
single
has a
cab?
back seat, yeah.
Okay.
It's a bench seat in the
I
back.
just imagine you like in
Extended
a
cab.
astronaut blanket just rolling around, mumbling shit about sexuality.
You're so fucking sexy.
So, can you hear the crinkle of like the aluminum blanket? Go, you fuck me.
The
I'd fuck
apocalypse
you.
blanket.
Oh, I can have so much fucking pussy in here.
I don't think I've
All
ever
of a
said that.
The fucking foot just
I think I've
crashes through a
ever
window.
said that in my life. I could get so much pussy in the back of this thing. Have you ever fucked in the back of a truck, though?
I've never fucked in a car.
In a vehicle of any kind?
I mean, I know we're around the same height, but I'm bigger than you.
What about on a boat?
Oh, no, I've only been on a boat like 3 times.
What?
With my dad, so
Really?
it's not gonna
It's great, man.
Is it?
Boats are amazing. I'm not the strongest swimmer. I'm not. I can swim. I can't tread water for a long period of time. That's basically my deal.
Okay.
But being on a boat is super fucking fun. Especially driving them.
Oh, yeah, I've driven boat.
Driving boats are so fun. Because it's just like, whoa, and then you just feel it go sideways. Like, you have to really think when you're
Did you ever see
driving
that
a
video of the girls and everybody flying out of the boat?
boat. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so great.
That one's great.
Guy
Just
totally...
hits that wake and it's just like...
Bye, y'all. By the way,
See
we've
you
gone-
later.
Eaten by some alligators. We've got an hour, probably, and we still haven't mentioned how you needed to put like 15 pillows behind my back so I didn't sink back into
We
the
sit
couch.
on this couch, man. It's a futon. And we sit on this futon, and Ben, every single time, this dude is always complaining about, he's like, every time we leave, he's like, I really want to get some chairs and like do that. I'm like, go buy some damn chairs then. But we sit on this couch, and he always leans back, and it echoes like crazy. And every time I'm listening to it, I'm like, God, this motherfucker, he's got his leg up. He's like chilling. And like, yes, we will get there.
Sound like a dream sequence.
Get to that point. But he always does. So I have all this sound foam, and I took a whole pile of it, and I just stuck it behind his back in a pillow.
I have like 2 feet of like just squishy square block on me.
Yeah.
It's working.
I see. It's like,
I haven't moved.
Does it hurt?
No.
Okay.
It's
nice.
comfy.
Good. Mm-hmm. See, that was my goal.
Ooh.
I love that you love it so much.
For some reason, the word lesbianism just popped in my head.
Oh, I want to show you that video.
Of lesbians?
No. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this on the podcast because...
It's not a cringe video, is it?
Oh, it's Sackars.
Oh, no. Does he have a new one? Yeah. Oh, shit.
There is a cringe compilation of his stuff, but...
See, like John and Donald Trump, similar feelings. Yeah. You know what I mean?
He's such a cock-sucking bitch. So, this is... You know what a broflake is?
A broflake?
Yeah.
Enlighten
me. A broflake would be... our conversation about feminism and how men are basically being like thrown out the door because, or like they hate us because we're men. Like it's basically like counterproductive. So broflakes are kind of people that basically say those things. Now, we're not broflakes in the sense that we don't necessarily believe all the shit that they're talking about.
Oh, you mean like those dudes that like quote unquote support feminism?
They're like no, like yes, but they're male activists.
That's what,
sort of.
Most of those people, they seem like that's a total front just so they can be like the in for sexuality with these women.
Right.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It seems really conniving.
Right. So, he's obviously against that kind of shit. So he made a whole video about the things that they say.
Oh.
And it's awful.
Awfully amazing.
Oh, no. I'm showing you. Okay.
How come there's no straight pride parade? We need heterosexual awareness month. Straight people are being oppressed. Why isn't there a white history month? Why isn't there a white entertainment channel? White people are being oppressed. All lives matter. These minorities all assume I'm racist, but they're the racist ones. You can say black power, but I can't say white power? That's reverse racism. Not all white people. There's no such thing as white privilege.
So angry.
White privilege was invented to silence white males. I never owned slaves. I'm not racist. I don't see race. I'm colorblind. Women get equal pay. The wage gap is a myth. He looks like he can take his skin off. I'm a meninist. I'm a men's rights activist. I don't have to hold the door. I don't have to carry your bags. Men are being oppressed. Stop demonizing male sexuality.
Pause this for 1 second.
Not all men.
So, is he doing this like sarcastically?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes, he's doing this as things that they would say, but he doesn't agree with. So he's now being sarcastic towards the situation. Okay. I think you've gotten the gist of the video, but this is the one I really want.
Yeah, that was delicious.
Well, you didn't finish.
I did.
You didn't lick the plate.
Oh, of course.
Oh yeah.
Lick the plate, lick the plate, lick the plate, yeah. Lick the
is he licking avocados?
Lick the plate,
oh.
Yeah. Lick the plate, lick the plate, lick the plate, yeah. Lick the plate, lick the plate, lick the plate, yeah. Fruits and
Got fucked up
veggies
chihuahua.
taste great. After I eat, I lick the plate. Beans and grains taste good.
Dude, he sucks it out.
Should you lick the plate? Yes, you should. Lick the plate, lick the plate, lick the plate, yeah. Lick the plate, lick the plate, lick the plate, yeah. When it comes to licking, I'm always in the mood. I lick
It's actually
up every
fucking
single
disgusting.
food. start licking, I cannot stop. I lick until I get every drop.
How many fucking bowls of food is he licking up right there? It's like everything's different.
Lick the plate, lick the plate, lick the plate.
He just wears the same shirt every day.
I think it's a fucking badass muscle vegan shirt. Wonder what his bandana says.
It says vegan.
Does it? Mm-hmm. If you notice when he plays the drums, he has like a I hate my life look. When he's playing the guitar,
until there's no more
he's
food
digging
to
life.
taste. Licking comes naturally to me. To not lick the plate would be a tragedy. I lick until the plate is clean.
It's like he's
I lick
drinking
until no
period
food
blood.
can be seen.
It's so bad, dude.
It's weird. It's vegan, so it's counterintuitive or antithesis. But he seems cannibalistic. Like he seems like he would eat your nipples.
About your nipples?
I just
Say
I
that
don't-
again.
I
I'm
don't know.
sorry.
Just his lips and his tongue makes me very uncomfortable.
Oh yeah.
Like I can see him like put him in a Dahmer setting, and it would be okay. Like it'd be the same
It
thing.
would be acceptable.
Yeah,
He's fucking a horrible person.
he's terrible. Oh, John.
Just
That one sucked too. That song wasn't even catchy. He has some catchy songs though.
No, he doesn't. It just sticks with you like a fucking virus.
Well, it's catchy like a virus.
It's like AIDS.
Yeah, his music is like AIDS.
It is like AIDS.
It just digs deep into your mitochondria.
Yep.
It's almost like that cordyceps thing. Like it takes hold of your cells and brain, and then you want to kill yourself. God damn it! Now my head's like, lick the plate.
It's gonna be stuck in your head, dude.
Fucking hate that guy.
So, can you imagine if... I was thinking about this the other day.
Sorry for my coughing. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
If we were to go to a different planet... I was thinking... Because I watched... Have you ever seen the movie Interstellar?
McConaughey.
Very good movie.
All right.
Very good movie. Obviously, they didn't encounter this kind of situation, but I was kind of thinking about if we had like jumped into a wormhole and we went to different planets and stuff. And if we're not obviously the only type of life that's out there, wouldn't it be crazy if like there was a bunch of different Earths and they were all humans? Okay. So we were all the same species, but certain planets were less advanced than ours. Like you go there and like we think that it's all going to be futuristic weapons, but what happens if that Earth is in like the fucking Western days?
You ever seen a movie called Quest for Fire? Mm-mm. So there's a part here with these Neanderthals. I'm going to get back to what you're saying because it goes into this. But these Neanderthal people had a lightning strike somewhere near them and it created fire. And it was their first instance of having fire ever. And so they were so stupid they didn't know that, that they could just make it on their own. So they actually had these protectors of this place and just kept it engulfed in flame. And then finally they lost it, so they go on a search to find fire again. And then they find these like humanoid people that are more advanced. It's actually a woman, played by Tommy Chong's daughter. And they take these Neanderthals back to like their little village. And he just fucks the shit out of all the women there. So I'm thinking like if I found kind of like
a different planet.
A different planet, and they were like lesser than, and they might be impressed by me, I might just go into their huts and just take advantage.
Do you think? I bet you a lot of the women would want to fuck you because you're an alien.
What if they were? What if it was like the New World thing too? Like maybe you and I go there and we're white, but they're all like dark, and we're like that really foreign ethnic.
Oh, like when
we hit.
When we hit.
Yeah, and we're like the white angels.
Yeah. Stupid. You would.
Let me take a hit off that. It's wintergreen smell. Ooh.
You would be. Do you think you would get stuck with the alien lover chicks? like the crazies. The ones that have believed you were out there forever and they want your fucking seed.
Like the Madonnas of that species?
Yeah. Like you imagine you'd be getting like all the hot chicks. Like you go in there and you're like, yeah, I'm getting the hottest of your women.
It's got like the Grace Jones of the women there. Man, if there anything literally
Grace
like...
Jones is your go-to?
Well, she was quite kind of out there, so I would assume if I was to land on a planet and I'm really the a complete unique looking human, I feel like somebody like Grace Jones would probably be drawn to me.
Who's your favorite? What's your go-to girl? Like your hottest girl
Ooh,
actress?
such a hard question.
I know it is.
At one time,
I'll give you a top 3.
Okay, go for it.
No, you can give me a top 3. I mean, like, I'll give you the ability to choose 3 instead of just 1.
Okay.
Because it is hard.
God damn. In my adolescence, it was Keira Knightley. I became less attracted to skinnier women as
Yes.
I've aged, but I always thought she was pretty. Like in a
My young one was Jessica Biel.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. Younger too, Jessica Alba was pretty nice.
And Jessica Alba in general, she's just gorgeous. She's just cute. Like you
She
look
is.
at her and you're like, man, you're just cute.
Yeah, it's like that's the girlfriend I need.
Yeah, yeah. You're wifey material all over the place.
I seen that model Ashley Graham. She's quite voluptuous and pretty. I don't know who she is personality wise, but just aesthetic wise, it's not bad.
My number 1 is Olivia Wilde.
She's so pretty.
On top of that, she's
kinda-
also married to Jason Sudeikis. And they have kids and they're married and shit, right? And the fact that she's married to a guy that's like that,
I was just gonna say, does that give you hope?
not hope. It gives me hope that if I found a really beautiful girl, that she might like me for being a fucking retard.
There's always hope.
Well, I know
Oh.
that.
Okay. We have a computer in front of us right now.
Yes.
I want you to look up something for me, just so you can see what we just talked about. So you know John Lovitz, right?
Yes.
The actor.
Yes.
Do you know he's married to an actress named Jessica Lowndes? Okay, well, check them out and tell me if you think that personality is the biggest part
Jesus
of
Christ.
some people's relationship. So that's John Lovitz's wife now.
Holy crap. She looks pretty without makeup.
Yeah.
Like, not, I mean,
I think she's my age, too.
our age.
Well, you're a little older. You're kind of grandpa. You're
We're the same
Gramps.
fucking age.
You're Gramps. There's a story my dad told about his grandpa shitting off the side of a boat.
Are you
right
saying that
next to
just
him.
because you're not 28 yet?
I'm not 28
You still
yet.
qualify yourself as 27? You're like, I'm 27.
For a few more months.
Bullshit.
I know you know what John Lovitz looks like, but isn't that staggering? And nothing against John Lovitz. I think John Lovitz is hilarious, but like he's banging that.
Yeah. It's good for him, man.
I first learned about her too when my wife she coaxed me into watching the new 90210 show, and she was on it. I'm like, wow, she's pretty.
My other one is Kate Beckinsale.
Underworld, hell yeah.
Just in general, man. Actually, you know what Kate Beckinsale I like? And this is because...
No, Van Helsing. Is that what it is? Okay, you're nodding. Okay, yeah. That's when I discovered her.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is that one, and actually Click Kate Beckinsale.
Oh, Adam Sandler.
Because it's that like paternal, like she's like the mother, and she's just like sweet, and she's
Yeah.
his wife, and like, I don't know.
It's funny how those little characteristics can be a factor of attractiveness, huh?
No, it really
that's-
can.
Like that's the MILF thing. Like the idea of
The MILF
somebody
effect.
somebody who's like maybe 30 to 50, really attractive, but they have like those maternal qualities that make, it's like I can fuck that person,
Yeah.
and when I get sick, she's gonna take care of me.
And that's how I know I'm getting older, is because I look for those things in a girl. Because I think it might be, something like a primal instinct inside of me. But like when you get to that moment where it's like you're getting to the age where procreation is going to become a thing,
Yeah, yeah.
Like I'm not married, obviously, but when I'm looking for a girl, I look for those qualities. Because I have had a lot of girlfriends that were either saying like they didn't want to have kids, or that I just didn't feel that motherly instinct, because I definitely don't want to be with someone who's not going to be a good mother to my child, right?
Yeah. Makes sense.
So I'd look for those things. And that would definitely show, because like Underworld didn't really do it for me.
No, I said that
Obviously
because
she looks good in black fucking spandex.
And the movie's cool.
And the movie is cool.
But I remember in high school, like, I didn't have much luck with girls there.
Me either.
Okay, so
I was that dude.
me too. Same here.
I was the guy that I was actually just having this conversation with my friend. I was the dude that was friends with everyone. Like I went from group to group,
Yeah.
But I was never the guy that girls were after. Like I was the shoulder.
Are we the same people, just parallel dimensions?
I think so. Because I was that. I was the shoulder. I was the friend zone motherfucker, like friend zone for life.
Maybe that's why you're so introspective and contemplative with things. Because we can talk about the most basic things, and you'll start kind of like breaking it down and analyzing it. Maybe it comes from that just instance of like having to go through somebody's mind and pull out the conclusion of why things happen that way.
That's true. I did that a lot. Mm-hmm. Like they'd always sit there and be like, "Oh yeah, he did this to me and this," and I'm like, "But why are you?
Exactly. Yeah.
Why are you continuing that? And then they give you the old, "I wish I could just meet some guy that would treat me right," and you're sitting right in front of him, and you're just like,
that's when you kind of just start pulling back the leg of your gym shorts.
See, I don't know if girls like gym shorts, man. I don't think it does it for them.
It's called a leap of faith.
No. That one girl, she's just like, I like
it. Has to. Well, it has to be basketball shorts, like the really soft ones. I had these actual cotton ones in junior high school that were bright white, so you couldn't even get those past your upper thigh. They would just get really tight.
Gym shorts or like basketball shorts. They're the least appealing for a dick. Like
basketball shorts?
Yeah, when you wear basketball shorts, look at where your dick sits.
You can't see it.
Well, yeah, until you stand up, and then you got the bulge coming out.
But
the bulge is like, especially in the boxer briefs, like we talked about before, not going to get much of a look if you're wearing basketball shorts.
No. Not me.
Not me either.
My name's not Joe, but they'd just be like, there goes Joe.
There goes Joe Dickless.
There goes Joe Average Cock. Not fucking concerned about that. Yeah, he's kind of cute. He's good at a few jokes, but yeah.
He's a funny guy.
Yeah. Where's Lamar?
I actually had a conversation with one of this girl years back. Mm-hmm. She used to work with me, and she was very dark.
Like in her humor?
No, dark skinned.
Oh, okay.
One of the best women I've ever known, dude. She was amazing. But she was always down to talk about sex. Like not necessarily like she wanted to have sex with me, but she would always talk about like giving blowjobs and like all this stuff. So I got a lot of like background to like how it works.
You had to talk to like a little mystical force here there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like being the fact that she was black, she'd had sex with a lot of black guys, and I don't, know a whole lot of women that have, right? Mm-hmm. And she was telling me that it's not always the case, that black dudes don't always have giant cocks. It's the light-skinned black guys that have the big cocks.
Oh, really?
Most of the time. Which is why girls mostly like the light-skinned guys, I think. Huh. But yeah, from what I've heard, it's not always a shoe-in.
Really? Mm-hmm. Well, dick size is really weird. I mean, they've done studies. Average-wise, black dudes just have bigger penises. But you got to realize the average dick size is between 5 and 6 inches long.
Yeah.
And per race, if you're Asian, you have the short end of the stick, unfortunately. But, I mean, If you're sporting a 6.5 or bigger, you are above average. It's just, a black dude just might kind of beat you on that.
Oh,
Just
probably will.
in a numbers game.
Numbers game? Yeah, they're definitely going to beat me.
But there might be a Japanese dude out there with a fucking hog,
Jeez.
Oh, and we got totally distracted. We went to fucking dick size and black people, which is fine. But
That's the magic of the podcast, man.
it is. It just takes you down different fucking rivers.
As long as you remember to go back, who cares?
I was going to say on the subject of being in high school and not having anything and the maternal qualities of women that we like, I would notice like these dudes that had girlfriends in high school and they would like bring them food, like Chinese food or something like that. And I noticed a lot of them be like, man, it's kind of weird that she's doing that. I'm like, this is fantastic.
I know.
Like she cares about you.
Yes. 100%.
Like
and
if-
he's just blowing it off like it's nothing. I'd be sitting there like, man, if I had a girl that was bringing me food,
Yeah.
bro.
It's like she's jerking me off and bringing me orange
Yeah.
chicken.
Yeah. She's
Like-
bringing me fucking Panda Express right now, some honey walnut shrimp.
Found my angel of music.
I haven't found my angel of music yet,
Sorry, you said honey walnut shrimp, and I just want to fucking chow down.
right? Honey walnut shrimp is delicious. It's like crack.
For your teeth.
Like if you could have a plate full of fried rice and honey walnut shrimp and then get a blowjob afterwards. That's a good day.
Just burping up shrimp while you're getting blown.
Man. What a day.
My wife does not like when I fart and I say I queefed. Women don't like to talk about queefing.
I don't know why. We've said before, they're cute.
They're
dig
cute.
it.
They're funny. I don't.
Makes me feel like a man.
Yeah. Just fun. It's good stuff.
It's all in good fun.
It's all in good fun.
It's all in good
It's
fun.
good stuff, man.
Okay, so I've got one from you, and it was your childhood crush.
Oh, Keira Knightley. Yeah. You know what? I'm feeling like a fucking idiot right now because there's one recently that I came across. I'm like, damn, that's it. Like that's the one, and she's not popping into my head right now. God damn it. Scarlett Johansson was there for a while. I was a really big Jennifer Lawrence fan, but then she came, the fappening hit, and all this shit came out, and you saw her just fucking streams of jizz across her face, and you're like, yeah, I don't need that. Oh, speaking of the McGregor and Mayweather fight, I know this is big, but I don't think people realize how big it actually is. Like, on the way over here, I was seeing people on the freeway shadowboxing.
Shadow boxing?
Yeah, they're like driving, but they're doing like shadow jabs while they're driving. I'm like, man, this shit's getting fucking serious.
What is shadow boxing?
Just punching thin air.
Oh.
Damn, who's that?
I don't know.
That's her. That's
Ashley
Ashley Graham. Yeah, see, she's pretty hot for being a voluptuous lady. That's a fucking thing to say. Voluptuous is hot.
Right. Curves.
I shouldn't say
Curves in
four.
all the right places.
Mm-hmm.
Is this like a slideshow? Oh, there we go.
Ivanka Trump's pretty hot.
Mm.
You don't think so?
Charlotte McKinney. Emily Sears is really hot.
Who's she?
She's a little fake though. I've seen her on Instagram. Margot Robbie.
She's pretty hot.
Margot Robbie
Yeah,
is
she
one.
is.
Definitely.
Sandy Newton's pretty cute lady.
Emma Watson.
Yeah.
My other one is fucking, I don't know why I can't think of her name, but
So many.
the chick from Avatar. I always remember her name. And
Zoe
I can't.
Saldana.
Zoe Saldana. Thank you, Saldana. Yeah, she's always one for me too.
My wife cannot stand that Clara. Was her Delveniche?
What about Jennifer Lawrence? Did she do it for you?
I just literally talked about her for like 3 seconds.
Did you?
Remember I said the fappening? You're going to go over this podcast and be like, I'm such a fucking idiot.
I wasn't listening. I was typing, dude.
Yeah. All right. We'll revert back to the podcast. you want me to go over it again?
No, it's okay.
Okay. Well, I was just gonna.
You already said. I'm sure they heard you.
Okay.
I didn't.
I mean, I
but
don't
it's
mind.
Okay. No, it's okay. It's done now.
No, I don't like your face.
It's done. It's done, man. It's done. It's okay. But yeah, it's one of those. It's hard to.
It's hard.
It's hard.
It's getting harder.
It's hard to determine women, man.
There's so many. I mean, there's so many people, so many variations of
Hard
looks.
to narrow it down.
And I mean, you can see somebody's just appeal of physical beauty, but what really hits it is like their personality. That's like the complete package of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you'll see the hottest bitch in the world, and if she's like stupid or just fucking like literally a bitch, you're like, yeah, it'd be a one and done.
I kind of want to go back to your high school days, man.
All right.
And
Tumultuous.
because I've kind of told you what my experience was like. Was yours fairly similar?
Very similar.
What group did you fit into, if you fit into any, or
Well,
if you were kind of all over the place?
So my
Were you like a thespian?
no. Here, let me I have to go back a little. Every story I tell, I have to go back a little bit for
Do
it
it.
to make sense. So
Do it.
my mom and dad, I think I mentioned to you, they separated when I was 2, and they got back together when I was like 15 or 16. So between 2 and that time, they might have had like other people they were, dating.
That's a
and
very
whatnot.
uncommon thing to happen, and it's actually happened to another friend of mine too.
Really?
Their parents got divorced and then got back together.
Yeah, that's the only instance was me. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. It was good though. I'm glad it happened. It literally took that time to work through all that shit, but in the end it was good. But during that time when they were apart, my dad got a girlfriend, and she had a son who was my best buddy in the world. Brandon's actually my brother, and we became best friends, and then ended up going to high school together. But he was 2 years ahead of me, and since he was like my in to high school, I hung out with his friends. So everyone was 2 years older than me. When I was a freshman, I was with the juniors in a sense. Mm-hmm. I'd hang out with them, and it was a really varied collective. So there was the Asian anime kids, the rocker kids, very multi-ethnic, very different. They kind of seem more on the outcasty kind of, not in the mainstream populace in a sense, but cool people. And I would just kind of go between them and my my friends that I knew that were in my grade, and just back and forth. But I wouldn't say there was any type of like name for a group I hung out with at the time. I would just kind of float. But once he left and they left, I was really like abandoned there.
Really?
Yeah, like I was about ready to not finish high school.
Wow.
And then we moved like around the summer of junior year. Like I'd pretty much gone to class at all that year and just fucked around. And then came out here, went to a school called Live Oak in Antioch, and was able to make up a bunch of credits there and graduate on time. And that's kind of the end of that. But during the time at my De Anza in Richmond, yeah, just had some good people there, but I couldn't really give you a...
Did you go to proms?
No.
Me neither.
No. But I was really... It's how I am now. I wish I would have figured it out earlier.
Yeah.
With girls, you know what I mean?
I know.
It's just...
I mean, I don't, because for me, how it worked out for me, in the sense that I was able to be that friend, the friend zone guy, I think it added a lot to my personality, as far as, one, how I treat women, and two, how I'm able to conversate and like communicate and things like that. Like I think it really built me up in that sense, to be able to, I don't want to say handle women, because they can be a lot to handle sometimes, but it's not hard to do for me now.
That makes sense.
Because of that.
Yeah, because, I don't know, I grew up with older people too, like my grandparents, my parents, and
same.
my brothers are older. I'll supplement my middle brother for this, to tell you though. And it was always like, yeah, just be nice to girls, respect them and all that stuff, and be kind. And then you get there and it's like, oh, they don't like that. Not that they don't like that, but they will not see you as a sexual thing at all.
No, my mom was the same way, dude. She was like all the time. It was like instilling in me like treat women right and all that stuff, which obviously you do, but
that makes sense now. Like if I was available and being almost 30, it would probably work better now. There's a weird thing. It's like you got to have that a little bit, but you also got to be kind of a fucking cocksmith pig a little bit. You have to have an edge.
Within reason. Yeah, edge. Yeah. Edge is a good, not be a cocksucker to her, but you got to have edge.
I wouldn't do that, but
it works for dudes.
I don't know. I've seen some women make some questionable fucking calls, man.
I know, man. It's okay, though. Shit happens.
Yeah. And you got to let people live and learn.
Live and learn. Learn and adapt. And after that, you'll find that dude, right?
We're going to write a book called Sexual Evolution.
Sexual evolution. I'm a very sexual person, as you know.
I see the posters on the wall.
We could write a fucking book, man. I don't have posters on my wall, but
no, he doesn't.
There's no fucking nude chicks all over the place.
Nude dudes too.
Nude dudes. I'm not fucking 12.
12-year-olds just have a bunch of nude dudes on the wall.
Naked chicks everywhere. Did you have? I didn't have naked chicks. My mom didn't let me do that. I did it.
I had it when I was like 7.
Really? You had naked chicks on your walls?
Yeah, because I remember my brother got a girlfriend who would not let him watch porn or have posters up, and so I just got this big fucking like kit, of his stuff, and I was probably like 7 or 8. So yeah, I had like Yasmin Bleeth posters.
Ooh.
Had all the porn stuff, and it was nice. I didn't even know how to jerk off.
You just liked looking at the boobies.
It's like that's nice.
I like that. I'm gonna like that someday.
Baby blue see-through lingerie.
Ooh. God.
Yeah.
Lingerie is dangerous.
It's weird that you want to put it in your mouth.
I know. Eat it.
Eat it.
Like, it's been on your... It has been on your asshole, and I want to eat it.
Start with the little darker part.
I don't know what it is. Smell it, realistically.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you're just like...
See, that's the weird... People don't mention that too much. Like, guys... Like, that. People think that's weird. And it kind of is, but... Tell me that there isn't one dude.
It's creepy, not weird.
Yeah, but it's...
If you watch a guy do it, it's creepy.
Well, yeah, but
if you're
guys
the guy,
do that.
I know.
Most, I would say...
I will not lie and say I haven't done it.
99% of guys have grabbed undies.
I will always be honest with both of you. Whoever our listeners are, and with you, Ben. I've smelled underwear.
Wow. Bombshell.
Just saying.
I love that you're comfortable enough making that known. Yeah. I, too, have done my fair share of smelling. Mm-hmm. If you do not... if any women out there find it creepy, do not let men use your bathroom. Do not let them in your room. Because as soon as you leave...
And definitely don't leave your underwear at their house.
No, I mean, because it's going to be... We will wear it around our face like a Bane mask. And just fucking make the bed springs
smelling so good. Oh, I just want to breathe it.
That shit.
You think darkness is your ally?
I was born in it.
I was born in it.
See, so
I don't know why they gave him like a Sean Connery accent.
I know.
When he's a luchador.
He's from like Puerto Rico.
Bane is a luchador. Like he should. I'm supposed to have these kind of...
He's supposed to be a very
supposed to have an accent.
High intellect.
Sound like Antonio Banderas. But he doesn't. He has I'm Bane.
Well, that's like Sean Connery from Highlander.
Yeah.
I'm Egyptian.
I'm Egyptian.
Not even trying.
Come over here, Indiana. He was great as Indiana Jones' dad.
He was.
He was amazing. I would love to have him as my father, even though he wasn't there for India most of his life.
Did you see that video of him talking about hitting women?
No. What?
Pull it up.
Nope.
Nope.
Just tell me.
Okay.
I feel like I'm not gonna make them sit through another video.
Oh, but the videos are nice.
Go. No, they're not.
He's talking to Barbara
Walters.
Walters.
We just watched 2 John Sackhar's videos on our fucking podcast.
That's a bad example. Yeah, where he's kind of just she's talking to him about some claims that he said, And he pretty much just said, yeah, I'm down with that. Like,
Oh my god.
if, he's like, women have a really, I have to do the accent, have a really special way of not letting the issue go and keep pushing the envelope. And so get to a certain point where the only thing left to do is, smack them around a little bit.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Or something to that effect.
I don't know him as a person.
I'm not
He's already sounding kind of like a horrible human being in that sense.
I think he's in this day and age, a horrible human being. 50 years ago, he was a goddamn
You've seen
immaculate human being.
You've seen that. It pretty much rocked around the internet for a while, but it's that.
Rocking around the internet.
It's that. It's that one. It's a James Bond scene, and he's basically like the woman walks up, and he's like, "Hey," and he introduces her to the other guy, and then he's like, "Hey," and then he's like, "Hi, this is Daisy," and then the other guy's like, "Hi, nice to meet you," and he's like, "Bye, Daisy," and he slaps her on the ass, and she walks away. I was just like, "Oh my god,
Good stuff.
like,
And now we're like, it's itching my balls.
yeah." Do you smack your girl's ass like all the time?
Every day.
Every day, right? It's just I have to do that when I'm in a relationship.
She's bent over something, I automatically start dry humping.
Yes, or finger the butthole.
Yep.
Like
She
it's
hates
just, I know, and they always do. And I understand. But
Well, that's
my exes would do it to me too, though.
But it's
I'd
not-
be doing it, and they'd come up. Like,
I see it, and it's like a demonic possession. I'll be
it overtakes me.
Yeah, I'll be walking to go get like a Sharpie, like across the room, and my wife's bent over, and my eyes roll in the back of my head, and it's like I just fucking float over to her and just start be fucking. Yeah.
Are you are you a hard hitter?
Do you
give it like, because I make it a point as much as I can. I want to give it the best slap possible.
I try to be a little
Reserved.
I do.
Oh, you hold back.
I try to. Well, because I mean, it's not fun when you see your wife start crying from it.
She's not gonna cry from it.
I'm pretty sure I made my wife cry before.
From slapping her ass.
Yeah.
I don't ever want you to slap my ass.
Yeah. I did pick you up
I've
the other
never
day.
made a girl cry from slapping her ass, but I give it a good.
But
like,
it could
like
maybe-
when you get slapped in the ass. Like if I were to come up behind you and just wham, just give you a good one, you're not gonna cry over it.
No.
I'm pretty sure I have slapped you on the ass that hard
The
before.
only thing that makes me cry is if I roll my ankle too hard.
Stub my fucking toe. God damn. I'd cry like a baby if my toenail came off.
Oh.
Again.
Take two.
Fuck. I don't think I'd be able to take it because I'd know what to expect.
Oh, I want to let our listeners know I dabbled in some hemp oil last night.
Okay.
There's a company called Manitoba Harvest that I saw at Sprouts. And I've been wanting to get some anyway.
The
Just
fact that you go to Sprouts is disgusting.
love Sprouts.
That's disgusting.
How dare you be judgmental about this?
You know what my experience was? Let me tell you about this. I went to San Diego on a trip with my ex a long time ago. This was well over, I think it was like 4 years ago.
9.
I had never seen Sprouts before. And we go to Sprouts because we were getting food for the week or whatever.
Like the weak and the feeble?
The week that we were there.
Oh, okay.
And so I go to Sprouts, and I am a big orange juice drinker. I love orange juice. It's one of my.
I don't believe
it's my
delicious.
favorite juice. But I have a specific orange juice that I like, and it's simply orange. I like to just stick with no pulp, just strictly simply orange, right?
Okay.
I mean, I don't mind pulp. Like if somebody gives me pulp, I'm
But
not
it's not
sending
your. It's not your.
like if I went to a restaurant and they gave me pulp, I ain't sending it back. So we go there, and she was. This was kind of where she learned that I don't really like you to tell me what I can buy. So we go there.
What the fuck happened?
And we get, and first of all, the fact they had so little name brand things really bothered me. And I know that's stupid, but like when I already know what I like, I don't want to deviate from that.
Okay.
So I go in there and they just had it. Just I don't like the setup of the store. Like it feels like I'm going to a fucking farmer's market when I
Yeah.
want to go to a goddamn grocery
They
store.
definitely don't have stuff like Coca-Cola there.
Right, which I don't. Yeah, and at the time I was drinking soda, so the fact they didn't have Mountain Dew, I'm like motherfucker. So we go in there. Long story short, went to go get my goddamn orange juice. And I go in there and I'm like, I don't see fucking Simply Orange, man. I'm kind of fucking frustrated by that. Which they probably have it now, knowing how, much bigger they've gotten since then. But I go in there and I'm like, there's no goddamn Simply Orange.
Fuck.
She's like, just get the Sprouts brand. And I'm like, I'm not getting Sprouts brand orange juice. She's like, it's probably better for you. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I want my goddamn Simply Orange. So I found it. And I was like, oh, they fucking have it. So I grabbed that shit. Put it in the cart. She's like, she's like, that's so much more expensive. Why are you going to get that? And I'm like, because I want to fucking get it. That's why.
But it's only more expensive maybe by like $1.50.
Yeah, it was like $2 more,
Okay.
And in my head, I'm like, it's fucking $2. Like, if I drop $2 on the ground, I'm not going back to pick it up. So I'm like, it's not that big of a deal. Why are we having this issue right now? She's like, whatever. I'm like, okay, fine. So I go over, I grab the Sprouts, put it in there, put the Simply Orange back. We go back. And we get to the house that we were staying at. And I fucking go inside. I'm like, I'm going to pour myself some fucking orange juice. I pour that shit. Tastes like fucking ass.
Oh.
It was the worst goddamn orange juice. And I was so fucking pissed. I didn't say a goddamn thing. I drank it. I looked at her and I was like, here, try it. And she was like, what? And I'm like, try it. Drink the orange juice. You tell me if it's good or not. She fucking takes a sip and she's like, yeah, it doesn't taste very good. And I'm like, I fucking told you. Next time, I'm getting what I want. So my experience that I had was bad at a Sprouts. It's not their fault necessarily.
Sounds like it was your girlfriend's fault.
Well, it...
To be quite honest.
At the time, yes. But because of that bad experience with that store, in that store, I
Left a bad taste
I won't
in your
go
mouth?
there anymore, man.
Oh.
Won't go there. I'll go to Trader Joe's before I go to Sprouts.
They're not unsimilar.
Yeah. But won't do it.
What the fuck were we talking about, Sprouts? What did I bring up? Oh, the hemp oil.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. See, I took about a tablespoon of that shit last night. Had the most fucking crazy dreams. I was trying to save my brother from getting attacked by a cartoon dog.
Like, were they super lucid dreams? Like, were you...
They weren't lucid. It was just more vivid than normal.
Okay. So it didn't feel like it was real. It just felt like you could... It was...
Yeah.
Very clear picture.
Exactly.
To when you wake up, you remember.
But I woke up with no pain, which was pretty cool.
It's always great.
Yeah. Gave some to my mom. I went to my mom's room this morning. I was up pretty early because Phoebe woke me up.
So you drink the hemp oil, you rub it on you, what is it?
I guess you can rub it on you.
I don't know. Is it dermal? Like
really
you
want
absorb
to
it in the
hurt
skin?
me?
I don't know, man. So you drink it.
I did drink. I took it like a champ. Wasn't the best
Took like
flavor.
a shot of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like olive oil consistency. Kind of tastes like you just took like oiled lawn.
Okay.
Just tastes like lawn, like the smell of grass.
Okay.
Went to sleep, had those crazy dreams, but I was having issues like with my knee and my Achilles heel. And I woke up and I'm like, hey, those things feel pretty good.
Really?
And I think the hemp oil has like cannabinoids in it, like the shit in marijuana that makes you feel good.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't have the THC, which gets you all loaded.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about like getting high from ingesting this oil.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to recommend it yet just because it was one instance. If it ends up gaining traction and I feel like results from it, I'll be a bigger proponent of it.
The pills that you were talking about, the ecstasy pills that you took? No.
I was like, damn.
No, the brain pills. What are they called?
Brain pills. Alpha Brain?
Alpha Brain.
Yeah.
The one that Rogan talks about.
Yeah, I've taken, there's two.
Do you, for that to take effect, do you need to take it consistently? Or is it just like you take one and you notice a difference?
For me, I've never taken it like a vitamin, like a daily vitamin, just because it's expensive.
Do you think it's more of a, what's the word I'm looking for? Like where something's in your head?
Placebo?
Placebo, thank you. Placebo effect.
I don't think so. Because I haven't really, I would say, used it to what they just, like, you know.
I know it's been, like, tested and shit.
Yeah.
But do you think just taking one pill gives you a placebo effect?
Well, you're supposed to, I think it's a 2-pill dosage.
Okay.
But they also have instant, which you pour
One
in.
dosage. Does
Dosage.
one dosage give you a placebo effect?
Was that poor English? You can say dose.
No. I was just, you
got kind of snippy right there.
yeah, because I said 1 pill thinking 1 pill was a dosage, and then you're like, no, it's 2 pills actually.
I don't think I was talking
I
like
don't
this.
fucking
Vince.
care.
Okay.
You know, I don't care, that it's 1 pill or 2 pills. I was just trying to get something across to you, okay? And it was just, I really don't appreciate you, coming at me.
Can you imagine being a little girl from, like a little woman from Minnesota, and you're really modest, and you try to...
I'm just going to talk like this for the rest of the time. How about that?
How do you proposition anal sex?
I don't really appreciate the way you're talking to me.
We're in Fargo.
I'm just,
It's really cold. I just want a little butt pounding.
Oh, you're into the butt pounding, are you?
Well, I've never tried it before, but this is my first time with a Puerto Rican man.
I saw a porno the other day, and it was this guy was getting a fist up his butt, and I was like, wow, that's something else.
I tell you,
He
one of my
went
first
fucking
sexual
elbow deep.
One of my first sexual experiences was with
You
a
got a
girl.
fist in your ass?
No.
Holy shit!
I don't think.
I thought that was about to be a great story.
That sounds
You
like
can't even.
that'd
compare
be
to
a
that
precursor to sexual assault. to tell you
Holy
the truth.
fuck!
No, but one of the
Can you
first.
imagine getting a full fist in your butt?
No. No.
Getting a finger alone, I'm like, no. But a fist.
I've taken turds maybe the size of a child's fist, and I was almost in tears.
Yeah, but they're malleable. Like when a piece of shit comes out of your butt, it's like,
I've seen too many gay pornos
not
where people are
rock
just
hard.
screaming. It just doesn't look like.
You
a
know,
good
I
time.
don't really have those shits anymore.
You know what? With how you're eating and everything, you probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. They don't come. I don't have painful. I can't even remember the last time I had painful shit.
I haven't had a painful shit in a while. I'm having like inconsistent, like rabbit pellets.
Okay.
I
have that every once in a while.
I actually changed my diet today because that's why.
Right. You said you were
Yeah.
gonna do that. Okay.
So that's why I was saying I had like the greens, like the green
keto diet.
Yeah, trying to
Keto.
get more so keto, just low carb, so I can get fat off my torso.
Low carb diet. So what are you eating? What's your?
For breakfast, I always have eggs because I like them. I think they have pretty good like vitamin B complex in them, so you get that. They are high in cholesterol, but generally, if you don't have a genetic problem with cholesterol, it doesn't affect you poorly. So I was gonna get tested soon and just kind of track my blood and see if those are going to be a problem. So yeah, eggs in the morning, maybe some like meat with it. When I work with you, I like that because then I can have like salads for lunch.
Even though you didn't have salad last time we went and got it, but that was kind of your last two raw.
That's why, yeah. And so I do like having salads for lunch, like with protein. Might have snacks of like almond butter or some sort of like really healthy bars, like nut bars or something like that.
I just pictured you eating like a stick of butter.
Could do that.
Almond butter.
Oh, like, okay. Okay, I thought you just meant like, I said bar, you just thought of a big golden stick of butter I was eating. No, there's actually little packets of almond butter you can like squirt in your mouth.
Oh, okay.
The reason being you would do that is it's fat, and on the ketogenic diet, fat's okay.
Okay. I don't judge.
And then, then maybe dinner, just maybe some chicken and veggies.
Nothing wrong with that.
No. A lot of coconut oil.
Quinoa? You have quinoa?
That's really, it's good for you, but high in carbs.
Really? Oh, well, okay, I guess. Yeah. You said so you're cutting a lot of carbs, or all carbs.
Well, from what I read, if you have under 50 grams a day, your body will go into ketosis, which is what the ketogenic diet.
So under 50 grams of carbs a day.
Yeah. And really limiting sugar.
Yeah.
Sugar's no bueno for you, man.
I love me some Raisinets, though, dude.
Do you know what? Dude, I didn't fucking tell you. Desmond's dad invented yogurt-covered raisins.
Oh, what the fuck?
I'm not even kidding.
Does that mean we can get, like, free goddamn yogurt raisins?
I don't see why not.
Dude.
But that's what I was just
Why
talking
hasn't
about.
he ever mentioned that?
He doesn't.
Those are delicious.
He's afraid of you.
He is not afraid of me.
He says
Has
like.
he told you that?
No.
He's like, I'm scared of Vince. He yells at me too much.
And so yeah, I found that out, which is pretty cool.
It's funny because like Marlon will Snapchat me when I'm like getting pissed. Like I'll be in he loves doing it. Anytime I'm having a phone conversation with Des, like he'll just automatically pull out his phone and fucking film it. Whether I'm having like one of our conversations with him, because like I'll talk to him about like.
I wish you would add me, or at least send them to me so I can see them.
I know he does it on Snapchat. You just gotta follow him on Snapchat. But like, just tons of people that like one of my friends, she keeps telling me, she's like, oh, you're just gonna fucking yell at him like you do your boss. Like, shit, not like that.
You do yell at our boss a lot.
I do yell. I don't yell at him though. I just yell at him. Like I'm not pissed at him. I'm just pissed at whatever situation.
I feel like the most common phrase I hear from you is "Look here, fucker."
All right, look here, fucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. I do get frustrated, but I don't see. This is why I choose my avenue. As long as you choose your avenue of venting, then I don't actually direct it towards the person I'm actually pissed at. Thusly, I'm not getting into a fight, because I will get in a fight if it gets down to that point.
Okay.
You don't want me at a 10, because if I get to a 10, I don't do that. As my friend Joey would say, I don't get to a 10 in public.
Oh.
But I don't get to that point because it's whatever. It's not good. It's not good to be that way in
Are
society.
you saying you get violent?
No.
Or
I'm saying I yell a lot.
you get abusive?
No.
Verbally abusive.
I could tear you down
It
it came down to a verbal fight.
I would never talk to you again. If you treated me like that.
I wouldn't blame you. Why would anyone? Why should anyone? But if you pissed me off,
I would get the quivering lip.
and I wouldn't give a fuck. I would just look you dead in the eye and just keep going. I would rip into you like a fist in an ass. But it's true, man. Like when I get to that point, if somebody pisses me off that bad, that you got me to the point where, and it really takes a lot of repeating. Like if you repetitively fuck with me.
I thought you meant just like words.
No.
Like somebody's like, I hate egos.
No,
and then
no,
5 minutes later, I really hate egos.
You have to repeatedly get at me about something before I will be like, dude, you better stop. And I'll warn you beforehand.
I can imagine you losing your shit at Applebee's.
No. See,
No?
and that's how you don't know me, man. Is I will never get mad at anyone in service. Like,
I'm not saying like, sir. I'm just saying like,
a dude, like another guy.
yeah, like just something happens.
What did he do? Come up with an instance, and I'll tell you if I'd get fucking pissed.
Let me see.
Because if it's any personal attack against me, I won't.
Personal attack against you.
I won't get mad if he says anything about me, or if he says anything in general about me, or tries to offend me or anything like that. I won't get mad.
I'm trying to think of something that's obviously fucked up, but not like over the top.
If I'm with a girl, and he does something,
Like maybe. Let me see.
like if I had let's say I had a girlfriend, and he walked up and he was like, "Damn."
What if like it was a drunk dude and he just walked by? I was like, oh, you remind me of a girl that sucked my dick in high school.
I won't fuck with a drunk dude.
No.
No, blow it off. I'd be like, get out of here. And then he comes back and he's like, well, fuck you, man. I'm like, just walk away, dude. Just walk away. Just walk away right now.
What if it was like a small Asian man? He goes, how much for a good time from her?
I'd probably giggle. I'd giggle. I'd look at her, see her reaction, because that affects me. If I look at her and she's like she puts her head down and she's like sad, I'd be like, hey, dude, get the fuck out of here. But if she like smiles, then I'm like, okay, it's funny to her.
Fuck
okay,
you, guy.
This is okay. I'd look at him and be like, haha, you're funny. Get the fuck out of here.
What if it was Kim Jong-un?
And fucking slit his throat.
And what if he just starts like laughing and his like jiggling belly just starts like he comes towards you and starts hitting you in the face?
Maybe we wouldn't get that far.
No?
No.
Would you hit him?
Yeah.
In his stomach?
Yep. Right in his tummy.
What if it just absorbed your hand? He's like,
No, it takes a lot to get me pissed off. I'm a pretty chill person most of the time. Aside from, when I'm venting to people, but that's the whole point, is I'm venting. That was my point. That's where we got to here, is I vent to him because it's not directed at him. He knows how I'm feeling. He understands how I'm feeling. And then as soon as I get it out, I'm good. Like, once I've vented and gotten all my aggression out, then I'm fine. But if I didn't have that opportunity,
Okay.
and I didn't have someone that I could talk to, and I think this goes for most people, like, if someone really pissed me off, and I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, this motherfucker, and I just keep thinking, because I will keep thinking about it until I can vent it out. Then I'll go to that person, and then I will say some shit. And I'll be like, you are a cocksucking piece of shit. Fuck you. And then, but I'll never resort to...
Did I tell you I thought you were a dick when I first met you?
I bet you did.
And you didn't...
And that's because I always hate dudes until they prove me otherwise. When I first meet someone, I hate you. A dude, specifically.
Okay.
I will always hate that guy until they prove me otherwise. Girls, I will automatically like them until they prove me otherwise. And I know that's not fair, but at the same time, I do. Because I think of girls as more of an innocence, in a sense. Like, you're not going to just, whatever. It's not because you're hot or if whatever. Like, it doesn't matter if she's attractive or not. Still, I will like you until you prove me otherwise.
Maybe it's because you had long hair and you look like a half Indian.
I do? I look like a half Indian?
And I tried to befriend you, and you're just kind of like,
What are you talking about, like, when we met before you were working with me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And
I was trying to like, hey, what's kind of like the work like? Fucking sucks.
That's because I was doing stupid shit.
So I remember you and Josh came in, and Josh was like, you really want to do this job? And his pants were like completely white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just covered in sheetrock. Yeah, but that's why. It's because I hated you just by looking at you.
Okay.
Yeah. And that goes for everyone.
All right. Well, now I know.
Mm-hmm. Anytime someone new starts, I'm like, no, I don't like you. Like when Des started.
Yeah. Didn't like Des?
Nope. I was like, I don't like you until you are dope, and then I'm like, all right, cool. But you gotta get through my outer skin, man.
You helped me be more me with him.
Yeah,
because you were like, because you were discussing some of our conversations to him. He's like, really, Ben? Mm-hmm. And then finally, he's like, he brought it up. I'm like, oh, you mean I can talk to you this way?
Well, then,
look who joined the party.
Alrighty.
Alrighty.
Yeah, man, that's my gift. I try to bring out the best in people. You know what it is I try to bring out who you really are, at least in front of me. Because if you can't, because how much of a breath of fresh air is it when you can sit and just talk with someone without feeling judged or without having to hold back or to, like, you have to have those people, like, as if you were family, because you can talk to your family about fucking anything. Like, I can go and talk to my brother about whatever the fuck I want to.
I put Cheetos up my ass.
Yeah. What do you think about that? And then they'll give you an answer, a response that's either, man, that's really cool, dude, or Jesus, fuck, you're stupid.
Yeah. Have you considered the consequences of your actions?
Yeah, Cheeto dust in your butthole? Like, that's not good.
Like, I'm not going to say not to do it, but here's some reasons why you might want to reconsider.
I think you're a little weird for that, but, that's...
Because what if your thing was, I just want a rim of cheese around my butt at all times? That's something I need in my life.
What if that was a fetish of yours? Like, you wanted her to rub Cheeto dust on her butthole before you licked it.
By her, is this just a general her?
Yeah.
Because we can get maybe specific, like...
Your wife.
I would not mind... Now, my wife would not want to do that. But if Keira Knight was like, I want to rub Cheeto dust around your fucking anus.
And then, I want to lick it off.
I want to hawk a fucking Luger onto your fucking rim and lick it off, you American fuckface.
Yeah. Man, that British accent. If she was to give me that...
Oh.
See, you know what'll get me is a Scottish accent.
All right.
You give me a Scottish accent...
Like, I want to lick your balls off,
Yeah.
you young fucking lad.
Except when you say that, I picture like a big Scottish lady, and she's just like, da da da. She fucking comes in and
My name's Marge.
I'm so jealous you can do that accent.
I've had
dude. I wish
14
I could
abortions. You're about to be the 15th, sonny.
I can do a fucking Canadian accent, and you can do fucking Scottish. Fucking
A lot of practice. British ones are the hardest, just because there's so many variations.
There's so many. Yeah, mine is.
We do this like the everything.
Everything.
Like the cup.
Mine's the Liverpool. I can do the real like dirty. Except they don't really pronounce their T's, so it's like dirty.
Dirty.
I get real with the dirty one.
Dirty fuckface whore.
It's just the one where you can barely talk. You know,
it's almost like
you're just like abbreviating everything you say. You know,
like a baby who can't quite close their mouth fully.
yeah. It's like you just really need to like roll the tongue. You know who it is?
Russell Brand.
No, the guy who plays Alfred in
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine. That's how Michael Caine talks. He's got that kind of accent, and that's the one I really base it off of. You know,
My name's Alfred.
my name's Alfred.
Michael Caine.
New Alfred's really nice though.
Who's that?
Gosh, why would you do that to me? Well, you're supposed to just know.
Gracious, I don't know everyone in the fucking world, Vincent.
It's the
Good
Justice League
heavens.
movie. He was in the Batman vs Superman.
That
That's
looks
the
like
first one he
Jason
came
Momoa.
from. Jason Momoa is a fucking hot man.
I'm hoping his penis is the
that
size
man
of a
is
Tootsie
so
Roll.
gorgeous.
Because if his
Where
penis
it?
is the
How-
size of a banana, it is quite unfair.
Where
Is that the Flash?
Alfred? Jeremy
Gal-
Irons. Jesus, I
Gal
can't believe I
Gadot.
didn't.
Jeremy
know.
Irons. You mean Scar?
Yeah,
Scar.
that's Alfred.
Brother! Good heavens, Jeremy Irons is really low voice. Can't quite.
Jeremy Irons is a great man.
He yells at his kids to get the fuck out of his room so he can sleep. He says you have to set a precedent.
How old are his kids?
Young.
Yeah.
He said they come in screaming and laughing. He's like, get out! Get out now and go to your room.
Can you imagine if you had? I would want if you had fucking Gandalf the Grey as your dad.
Ian McKellen?
Ian McKellen. Well, I meant Gandalf, but
Oh,
it's
Gan-
Ian McKellen.
Okay, well, let's just go with Gandalf. Because Ian's gay and I don't think he would have kids.
Yeah, which is great.
Yeah. You know, him and Patrick Stewart are closest friends.
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
amazing.
They're so cute together.
They are.
Like when you look at the pictures of them together, and they're both wearing like fedoras and
the
shit.
happiest people in the world.
That is amazing.
See, like, that could be us.
I know. I hope that is us when we're old. Like, I
too.
hope we are like that.
That's why this podcast needs to take off.
I know, man. So we can retire.
Well, because it's like, it would be so cool to dedicate time to this, and it would be like, dedicating time to this would free up so much other time just to have more
Just to have adventures together.
adventures, meaningful experiences.
And like maybe by then, you know, years down the road, I'll actually have a family, and then our families can be families.
it sounded
just-
very longing.
You know what I mean? Isn't that great though?
It would be great.
It would be great. And just go on fucking family trips and shit.
William Kroger would be your child's name.
William's such a good name.
It's my middle name.
I know. It's my dad's middle name. It is a great name. It's very strong.
William.
Very strong. William. I just think, you know why? It's because I think of a knight, like
Or-
saying, like Sir William.
So William Wallace.
William Wallace. Oh, yes.
I was thinking about naming my son William, but it's a little rough.
I wouldn't want him to be called Bill, and that would bug the fuck out of me if anyone called him Bill. If they were like, oh, Bill. Like, no, shut the fuck up. If you're going to abbreviate it, it's Will.
Well,
Don't
Liam?
change the... I love Liam.
Liam.
Liam Neeson. I would name my child after Liam Neeson.
Liam
any
Neeson.
day. I like Luke. Luke is a very good
It's
name.
my brother's name.
Luke is a great name.
My brother's, it's Jacob Lucas.
Because
and
it's a
Benjamin.
good name, and then I can also say that my son is named after a Star Wars character.
There you go.
Because I can't do Chewie, because Chewie would be... Or Han.
I don't know.
But yeah, I think I would have to go with William. William's a fucking...
If I name my son William, he'd be Willie Wilson.
Willie Wilson. Dude, that's great. That's so great.
I had a grandfather that was William Wilson.
That's fantastic.
William E.S. Wilson.
It's like William Wallace. Huh?
He was a
William
physician
Wilson.
during the Civil War.
A fisherman?
Physician.
Oh. I heard fisherman.
He's like, fuck the South, fuck the North, I'm going bass fishing. Cannonballs are all flying next to his
Give
boat.
me some salmon. I think redneck accents are probably one of my favorites.
I can do those pretty good too.
Yeah, they ain't hard to do for white boys.
No, it ain't too hard, especially if you try to get kind of lower voice.
You know, that's what happens when you're going to sit down and watch NASCAR a lot. Like,
NASCAR?
when I was growing up, man, I was just watching NASCAR all the goddamn time.
You know what?
That was my shit.
You like NASCAR?
I love NASCAR.
No shit, really?
Yeah, I was a Dale Earnhardt Jr. fan. Yeah, he's retiring now.
Oh,
but
damn.
It's kind of sad, you know,
Wasn't it
because
sad
I
when
watched
his
I
daddy-
watched his daddy when his daddy was racing.
His daddy died on
Yeah, it was pretty great.
racetrack. It was terrible,
I remember
terrible time.
where I was too, man. I was sitting I was actually out in the garage. It was on a Sunday race. I was sitting out in the garage, you know, mowing the lawn with my pop, you know, and I looked on TV up there. We had this, you know, TV sat there, and it's got, you know, the rabbit ears coming out of it. And we happened to be getting, you know, Channel 2 race.
Yeah.
I was sitting there watching that race, man. It's, you know, I seen Dale Earnhardt go on the wall. I was like, man, you know, I see that all the time because, you know, you watch it to watch crashes and stuff. You know, it's cool. But, you know, we were sitting there, I was watching it, I was like, man. And then afterwards, you know, a couple hours later, you know, you hear like, oh, you see the family and like all that stuff. And I was just like, man, that's terrible. Like that poor man, you know, he's hit that wall. And he never wore, the problem was he never wore a full face helmet. You know, it was all cut off. And he used to, you know, just like the old school.
And there was also some kind of fuck up with his seatbelt too, wasn't it? Like the way he wore it or the way it was connected?
No, either way, I remember I think the whole reason behind it was he hit the steering wheel.
I think his jaw went into his brain.
Yeah, it's just, that's terrible.
That was
man.
a deadly instance
You know?
for him.
And after that, you know, I just kind of defaulted right to his son because his son was a good racer, which was Dale Earnhardt Jr. And he was driving the 8 Budweiser car. He drove for Budweiser.
8 Budweiser.
Number 8.
Is that how many it takes to get 4 sheets to the wind?
Yes.
Not a big drinker myself.
Me neither, but it's okay. But yeah, so I grew up with a lot of NASCAR. So watching NASCAR, man, there ain't no way you're not going to adopt some kind of accent somehow. You know, it's like living in Texas. You just naturally going to get it. More like North Carolina. You go to North Carolina, you're going to get something like this. Mm-hmm. It's going to be thick.
Imagine a North Carolinian gay brothel, and they did a documentary or reality show, and there's just a bunch of men talking like us who just want dicks in their butt.
You know that Dale Earnhardt Jr. has a giant ranch, and on his ranch
is a gay brothel.
He has an old western town built on his land that he can go to.
I never was a big NASCAR fan or knew of Dale Earnhardt Jr. very much, but that instantly makes me like him.
It's pretty great. He's also got a fuck ton of Corvettes and trucks, which
I would take a truck over a Corvette.
Shoo-wee. I'd be right on that.
You know what? I saw a thing that might be too good to be true. There was a truck on Craigslist in Santa Cruz. It was a 96 Ford 4x4. 65,000 miles, and they're asking $1,500 for it.
There's got to be something wrong with it.
It
Ain't going to pass smog or some shit.
It's some shit. It was too good to be true. And my daddy always said, if it sounds too good to be true, then it usually is.
You got one of them. You got a little less twang to your voice. It's interesting. When you do your accent, it's kind of like you sound like a wise old man out of like Georgia.
Georgia. Well, you know.
No, it's not Georgia. You got like that Western accent going on, like old school.
Most of my family is from Oklahoma.
Oh, that's definitely what that is.
And
Oklahoma, huh?
You know what's funny though?
Guys are from Oklahoma.
Yeah, my grandfather and all his family. The best part was he sounded pretty much just like Heath Ledger did in Brokeback Mountain.
Oh, that's hot.
And that's
I watched that movie there. It brought back some memories.
And I always thought that just sounds like Granddad. Except we never called him Granddad, we called him Papa.
That's a great thing, man. I call if my kid ever called my mama and my papa, if you know, that'd be great.
Or Meemaw and Peepaw.
Meemaw and Peepaw. Mm-hmm. That's great.
But my grandmother always made us call her Grams.
Grams.
Like the cracker.
Oh, okay. She say it like that too? She was like, you gonna call me Grams like the cracker.
Unfortunately.
Like the cracker now. I don't want to be called, you know, Grammy.
So she married my grandfather, my papa, but she was not from the South. So she did not talk like this.
Oh, okay. That's okay, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it can't all be perfect.
Her biggest phrase was cool.
Did you know that this accent actually derives from an English accent.
No shit.
I watched a whole video on it. It was basically this woman who was very good at linguistics. She was very good at.
They had a kind of pasta, right?
Yeah, it's like it's actually a type of meat.
Oh.
Yeah. She was very good at linguiça, and so she basically just kept saying all these different accents, and she started with like a Victorian one, just like people who came fresh over from Europe, and once they hit here,
Victorian way.
Right. Well, sure. So she did that accent, and then she kind of tweaked it, and she kept forming into it, and then before we know it, she got to this. As soon as she got to this accent, I was like, holy shit.
People are like, I like that one.
I like that one. She got there and was like, holy fuck.
I'm going to homestead here and talk like that lady.
I know. How many people you think are going to be pissed off if I'm talking like this the whole goddamn time? I could really keep it up. I love it. I love this type of accent.
It's such a natural way of speaking. It feels good to talk like this.
It feels good. Like,
I mean, why would you talk?
Enjoy...
I feel like this is boring.
It is boring.
Our normal, it's like it's boring.
It's boring.
And an English accent is a little too hard to keep up.
Yeah, but you talk like a retard. It sounds great.
Oh, you just pull this off. I can talk like this for the rest of my life. You can send me to outer space, and I will still talk like this to extraterrestrials.
I will too. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
My name is Zeborn. My name's Ricky.
Especially, what bugs me is, and I just did it, and it's kind of fucked up, but people associate this accent with stupidity, and it's not. It ain't stupid. No, it ain't no more stupid than any goddamn English speak. Like, you talk with just a normal accent, it don't sound no different.
You brought up that thing you watched, that lady who was changing her accents with different things based off English. I actually heard, and a couple British people that I've met, I spoke with and gave this idea, and they're like, yeah, we've actually heard of that. And that is that the way we speak here, like our normal accents, maybe more towards the East Coast though, was the actual closest accent to the British accent at that time. Like, everyone who speaks this way, like with the harder R's, was how they spoke in England as well. But when we broke off and we separated, we kept that more archaic accent, and theirs shifted. So the way English was traditionally spoken is more so like the American accent.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting. I like that.
I don't know if it's full of shit or not, but I've talked to a few English people about it, and they're like, yeah, we actually heard that before. Like, we use a couple archaic English words anyway. Like, what would you call... I might be just shooting myself in the dick here with this, but the sink. The thing that comes... The pipe that makes water come out into the sink, what would you call that?
The faucet?
The faucet, exactly, right?
Mm-hmm.
They call it the tap. Faucet is a much more archaic way of saying what that is. It's older.
But do you think that that's because back then they didn't actually have, like, tap water? Like a tap?
Well, if that's the case, that's exactly why.
Or tap a keg?
Tap a keg?
Tap a keg?
Tap a keg.
That's what it is, right? You tap a keg? No. Yeah.
Are you speaking English?
Yeah. Like when you fucking...
Oh, the tap the keg, yeah.
Yeah, you tap it, right? Okay. Just check.
Does that come from Germany?
Tap?
Yeah, because you always see like those wooden barrels and these guys in lederhosen just like nailing something in and the beer spouts out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I could be wrong about
Can
this.
you talk like a German?
I'm pretty sure beer originated in Germany.
Germanics.
Because wine was a very prominent thing in most of Europe. Mead was also...
I've always wanted to try that.
It is very sweet.
Have you had it? That's why I want to try it.
Yeah, a friend of mine years back had a mead, and he was basically fermenting it. He actually had it under the floorboard of a house so that nobody drank it. But it's the same. It's fermented with honey. So
yeah, that's why I've heard that.
It's a very sweet, syrupy almost, not like super consistency of syrup, not the same consistency as syrup, but it does have more of a thick. But it's actually very interesting. I could not drink a whole
Is it very
chalice
sweet?
of it. It's not so sweet that you can't drink it, but it's too sweet for me.
Okay.
I couldn't drink a whole glass of it. It's a lot. It's a little too sweet for me.
Shit balls. I want to try it though.
It's worth trying.
Yeah.
Definitely. I would totally recommend that.
Vicente. Fortunately, I think I might have to wrap this up.
Again, there's going to be a podcast where you don't end it with that.
Are you asking, is there going to be?
No, I'm saying there's going to be at some point. I
Ooh,
hope.
what's going on?
No, just nothing.
Oh, you're kind of being like...
I'm going to cancel the goddamn podcast because you fucking leave every time. Stupid.
Well, do you want me to live here with you?
No.
I can sleep on the couch.
No, you have a family.
I can abandon them.
For me. I'm leaving you for a man.
Maybe if you're a man with his microphone.
God, that would suck for her.
That's not bad. We're almost at the 2-hour mark.
Sure. It's okay.
I'm going to plug a movie. Court Jester with Danny Kaye. Probably came out sometime in the late 1950s. Go see it. It's hilarious. The vessel with the pestilence, the pellet with the poison, the flag.
Hear
with
no
the
evil,
dragon.
see no evil. With Gene Wilder and
Oh, that
Richard Pryor.
movie's hilarious.
It's a great movie.
It is. It is a great
We should
movie.
do that. Just every time we'll just reference a movie that somebody should go see.
No, Gene Wilder movie. Ever seen Frisco Kid?
Fuck yeah.
You like that movie?
Oh, fuck yeah. I love Gene Wilder.
I got
bro.
a little startled there. I love... See? Nobody else loves Gene Wilder
love
like that.
Gene
And nobody's
Wilder.
ever... Oh,
He's an amazing person. He is.
he's a cute man.
He is a cute man.
Mm-hmm.
He passed
He
away.
did pass away, unfortunately.
That was a very sad day for me too. But that'll wrap up this week's podcast, guys.
Thank you for listening, everyone.
Thank you for listening. It means so much to us that you listen.
We have our Patreon page. You can always visit us, Guardians of Discourse, on Patreon. We also have our Twitter. It is GODiscourse, God Discourse, Go Discourse. I do that every time.
Intercourse.
Intercourse. And then you can listen to us on YouTube, obviously. And we also have our SoundCloud, Guardians of Discourse, all across the board.
We're there. We're ready.
We're ready, man. This is consistent. We're going to keep the content coming. Ben is actually going to make an effort to actually think of things to talk about because he fucking just goes with the flow most of the time, which is great. I appreciate your ability to do so. But I also like your quick interjections with your random thought. So next time you have random thoughts, write that fucking shit down.